Avery is in school. Let's see if I can fix this a little bit. Okay, Cyrus is in here with me. I look like, I feel like the, forget it. Don't even worry about it. It doesn't matter. I got the cards. So he's in here with me, and he's gnawing on this big bone that was Dylan's. Dylan never ate it. Dylan wasn't much of a... When he was younger, he played with toys, and like he would play with toys sometimes, but for the most part, he was just content hanging out with me. This guy needs a little bit more. Although he could be a little lazy. Like I've taken him out several times today when he just wanted to lay in the grass. I mean, that was Dylan-like. If you want to take a nap in here. I don't want you to leave this room, okay? Stay here. That's a good boy, okay? That's a good boy. Here, you can lay back on this pillow. You can work on that. Okay? You stay in here with me and make it easier for me, okay? All right. Oh, God, Tanya. I've been cleaning this house because you know why? I feel like it might stink. Well, I know it stinks. I don't think it stinks anymore. Because that cyst that Dylan had was leaking, you know? And since I don't have a sense of smell, I couldn't smell it. And I had one of my friends stop in the other day, and she's like, it smells like the old sick people. So I've been like, I couldn't save Dylan's stairs. I wanted to, but I took off the cover. I was going to wash the cover, and the foam inside was starting to crumble. So I just threw them out. And I threw out a lot of things that, like area mats and stuff like that, that I'm sure he leaked on. And anyway, and then I cleaned the floor. Cyrus, you don't want to listen to me and stay in here? Anyhow, so I'm working to get the house in order and get rid of, like, I wanted to put all his toys away, and that kind of stuff. Anyway, all right, so let's get started. Hey, Cyrus, can you come in here, please? First person here is Be Wise for general. You want your bone? Look at how big it is. Cyrus. Be wise. Okay, feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to, especially around work, school, or business. Could have a new job or business opportunity, and you may be spending time with the water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. A wish comes true when your life moves forward towards greener pastures this fall. M in general. Somebody could make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. That's like a wish come true around career sometime before the end of this year. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Maybe working on a new creative project or creative hobby. You also could be planning travel and feeling a little bit more financially stable. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, something should happen before the end of the year around business or work or even school that makes you happy. His personality is like similar. Okay, he's similar to Dylan, but I don't know if it's really come out yet, you know? Like, he's kind of like chill. Like, I've taken him out several times today, and sometimes he just wants to sit in the grass. And I'm like, let's walk. And he doesn't want to. That was like Dylan. I don't have any trouble putting him in the cage. He goes in his cage, and he doesn't bark. He can't be around other dogs because he hasn't been fully vaccinated yet, but they said that he could be around a dog if I know that it's been fully vaccinated, and I know that my brother's dog is up to date on everything. And Cooper he's going to be a year. He's a big doof. He really is. He's huge. He's like 90 pounds. and he's like a lot of energy, and he wants to play, and he's like going after Cyrus, trying to play with him. I mean, Cyrus was soaking wet because Cooper kept like putting his head in his mouth, and anyhow, there were a couple of moments where Cyrus went after him. Like, he got up and he went after him, and his like little bark was like, hey, 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 not my shoe! Cyrus, over here now! Not my shoe, bring it back! See, Dylan in a million years never would take my shoe, but Dylan was 10 months old when I got him. This guy's only 3 months old. Hey, hey, hey! No. 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 Come on, come in here with me. I made room for you and everything. You want to bring the carpet over here? I can put you on the carpet. Yeah? He's sitting on that little area mat. Okay, you coming in? Come on in. Let everybody see you. Say hi. Say hi. Yeah, okay. You're not paying any attention? Here, you have this whole space here. You want to sit on my lap? You can sit on my lap. There you go. Go ahead. Lay down right there. Take a nap. When I took you outside and I wanted to walk, you wanted to nap. Now you come in here, you want to eat my shoe? It's not right. Tiffany, General. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Could be spending time with a Leo. You could be planning travel, making decisions that push your career forward. That's nice. Travel looks good. Fire sign enters Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past, and life could change for you for the better quickly. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. And I didn't hear from the school, so Avery must be okay. I sent them a message yesterday telling them what happened. So she must be all right. I mean, getting another one helps. It's just, you know, the adjustment period, because it's not the same. It's not the same. It's all right. Elizabeth, General. Slow and steady wins the race, but your perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It helps negativity move into the past, and life could change for you for the better quickly around social circles and new beginnings around like group-related activities. It also looks like the Empress is bringing in love and money. Pretty good. Could be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, or a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Something nice could happen around the home. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, whatever it is, it would be positive. Got a little bit of passion headed your way. Old wounds are moving into the past, and you could have a Libra around. Now, I don't know if that's the air sign or if it's two separate people, but whatever it is, it looks positive. Hi, Mel. Dylan, I had to take him. What happened was, I don't know if I told the story, and maybe I didn't tell the story. It wasn't a good story. He had this cyst, right? But I don't think it had, I thought it had something to do with the cyst. His right leg was swollen a couple of weeks ago, and I brought him to my vet, and my vet didn't seem to make that big of a deal of it. He was kind of like, well, this is like end of life care, which maybe I should have taken a little bit more seriously, but I was kind of thinking like, you know what? It's, he's getting older. So if he needs pain medication, give him what he needs. Anyway, so they had tested his liver or kidneys or whatever it was to make sure he could take this particular medication, and they said that he could. And then I gave it to him, and it made him throw up. So the one time I actually think I got it in him and it didn't come back up, I don't think it brought the swelling down. So I think it worked, but I just think it was too harsh for him. So a couple of weeks later, both legs were swollen. And I thought, well, maybe it has something to do with the cyst, because the cyst is swollen. And I brought him to the emergency vet on Wednesday, and she said, I do think that the swelling in the legs is a big deal. She gave me all this estimates of things that we could do. And I was like, and she also brought up, euthanizing. And obviously I didn't want to hear that. But she also said we could try prednisone and see if that helps. It could give you a couple more weeks. So now I'm thinking a couple of more weeks. Like, I'm in my head thinking I'm going to get at least another year out of him. A couple of weeks. Anyhow, so when I left, she said, give him the prednisone, see how he does. If he responds to it, great, we'll keep it coming. If he doesn't respond to it, bring him back. And it didn't help. It didn't help, and I couldn't get him to, get up and down off the bed. I couldn't get him up and down the stairs. I was carrying him, which I'll carry him, I don't care, but to me, it was getting to the point that, was he suffering? How long was I gonna let him suffer? And if I made the decision to do it last Thursday like I did, or if I made the decision to do it the next Tuesday or Friday, it was inevitable. So anyhow, so that's what happened. Now where did this guy go? Let me peek around here and make sure he's not. Oh, I see how it is. See how it is? He went and he fell asleep on the mat over there. You want to be in here with us? Meanwhile, Dylan would squeeze himself in here like a sardine. Red, tarot on AJ. Okay, I don't know where this person is in their life, but something should be happening that makes them very happy around a soulmate connection moving forward, and life is coming into balance. If this is somebody who's too young for it actually doesn't even make a difference. Soulmate connection doesn't always have to be romance. And I say that because I don't see any other romance cards here right now. It does look like they're putting old wounds behind them. They have a little bit of good luck coming in. If they've recently had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it will resolve and move into the past. Disappointments are healing, and they could be feeling like connecting with somebody from the past, or somebody from their past may be returning. They're being guided by the divine, and they're no longer holding themselves back. They're smart, intelligent, kind-hearted, and life is moving forward. The weight of the world is slipping off their shoulders. A wish comes true, and they should be feeling relief around, a general improvement around their life. They seem to be ambitious, well-balanced, kind-hearted, sincere. And they seem to not stand for a lot of shit, which is a good thing. They have money coming in. And they have anxiety easing. If they suffer from anxiety, that should be getting better on the horizon. Oh, just a cup of vinegar? White vinegar? That one? I'll give it a shot. Thank you. And then I'll have somebody come in here and test it out, because every once in a while I feel like I can smell something, but it's hard for me to tell if I'm imagining it. I don't know. Anyway, Essence, how does Logan feel about everything now, and do they want this connection to move forward? Okay, how does Logan feel about everything now? Okay, I don't know what's happened here, but they're feeling a little bit upside down, and they're questioning things. So they have a Tower moment, Lovers is in reverse, an argument, and the Devil here. So with these cards, I would say, even if they want things to move forward, they may not have a whole lot of confidence that it's actually going to move forward in a healthy way. Two of Cups here is in reverse as well. So I'm not convinced that they have a lot of faith in the connection at this point. I don't know what recently happened, but they may be feeling like it's a lot of turmoil without, like, I don't know, like it was missing something. So I don't know if they feel like they didn't have a full relationship, and but yet they had the chaos and the drama of a relationship. So I'm not convinced that they're willing to. I just don't think that they have a lot of high hopes that the situation is going to work out well if you guys move forward. But let's see what happens. Liz for today. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Romance could heat up. Something should happen today that makes you happy. Listen to your intuition. Maybe working on a creative project or creative hobby. You could have a new venture on the horizon. Maybe spending time with an Aries. And take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You could get good news that you've been waiting on, or you can hear from somebody that you're hoping to hear from. Hi, Zara. Elizabeth, the ex-Carlos's next actions. Communication should be coming in quickly. Now, the Ace of Swords is here, so I don't know if he comes in with a sharp message or he comes in, you know, trying to lay down the law or, you know, convince you of something, or if he comes in quick and you cut him down. But either way, there should be communication that comes in. If he's coming in thinking he's going to bamboozle you somehow, you're not going to have it. He's unsuccessful. So, too bad for him. But there should be communication. Lita, I sent Heidi a message to buy the car. Will she reply? When will she reply? I'm going to say maybe within the next 2 to 3 days. Yeah, communication should come in pretty quick. Davy, general for the next 3 weeks. For the next 3 weeks. There's success that comes in around your job or business endeavor, and with the Fool, a new journey is about to begin. Negativity is moving into the past. You could be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Listen to your intuition. You've got travel coming in. Romance could heat up, and with the Empress, love and money should be heating up. Water sign is around, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You have passion coming into your life, a new beginning on the horizon, and a water sign is around, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, possibly 2. Oh, thank you, Zara. He looks like Dylan, right? I'm taking him to the vet on Tuesday. Yeah, maybe his personality will come out more. It's funny to watch him go after Cooper. Cooper. He's mostly black, but he has some tan. Like, his coloring to me is like a Rottweiler. But he doesn't have a Rottweiler head. He's just one of those doofy dogs. Like, when he goes in his crate, he doesn't go in his crate, like, often. Like, when nobody's home. But, like, normally he's just out. But if he's, like, misbehaving or something, which sometimes he does, he goes in his crate, and the pillow, he's got a pillow. He's like this. And the pillow is like... But, I mean, he's still a puppy. He's just big. Now he's big. I mean, I love dogs. But I had a hard time, too, after Kayla went. When I first got Dylan, I was like, oh, man. He's not Kayla. And then it was very soon after that that I was thanking God that he wasn't Kayla. Because Kayla was, she was a badass. She was a badass. Can I tell you what Kayla did to me once? Probably more than once. I used to have a big stuffed Elmo. Why I had it, I don't know. But I had a big stuffed Elmo. There was one night where she picked up Elmo and she got on top of me. I was laying in bed. We were trying to go to sleep. She was humping Elmo and me at the same time. And the whole bed was shaking. And I was laughing too hard. I couldn't stop it. But when I took her to the dog trainer was like, you have to throw Elmo out. Sorry, Elmo, you gotta go. So Elmo went. Tanya, my weekend, anything good coming in? Feeling kind of down tonight. Oh no. I totally get it. This weekend, yeah, not bad. You could have a new beginning on the horizon. You could hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news you've been waiting on. Personal relationships should be functioning well this weekend. Could be spending time with that air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. You may be feeling a little bit more financially stable. You could have that Aquarius maybe around this weekend. Let's see what happens. Oh, you know what I wanted to mention? Because remember somebody brought up, it may have been Tanya, about the kids that grow up in the house, and like one sibling maybe a certain way and different from other siblings, and you have good parents, like why is one egg sometimes bad or whatever. I saw a video last night from Lee, that narcissist guy, mental illness, his name of his channel. He is actually a twin, and his brother does not have narcissistic disorder. So he's like, he just explained it. He's like, sometimes it even could be a genetic thing. So anyway, I wanted to mention that if anybody is wondering, like, how could you be my sibling when I'm this way and you're that way? Sometimes it could be genetic, and sometimes it could be the way the particular person reacts to situations growing up. One person could get more defensive, or the other person could be sad. Anyhow, I like that guy. I don't feel like I feel like he says it the way it is, you know? He's cute. He's cute. And then reading for the upcoming months till the end of this year. Could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. You could have money coming in. You may be planning travel. You could have some new energy come in. A Virgo, a Leo, and a Scorpio that you meet through divine guidance. Could have a new job or business opportunity come in before the end of the year. Listen to your intuition. Perseverance around career pays off. And lay down the law, set boundaries. Don't be afraid to express what you want and need in your personal and professional relationships. Not bad. Not bad. The cyst was in between his back legs, and it was very close to his urethra. So it was like if his thingy was here, it was like on this side of it. So they didn't even know if they could do surgery. The first doctor that saw it said that she wouldn't suggest it, because if they were to cut the urethra, that would be a big thing. But when it started, it was like that big. Like that. And he had it for, I don't know, a while. And then it just one day, I woke up and it was big. And I had a cyst on my back. The same thing happened. I felt like there was something there. And then one day it got infected and it got really big. Remember, I was complaining about it. It was like last spring. It was the same time. I took him and me, and I'm like, we spend too much time together. Anyhow, Mine, the dermatologist told me that I would have to have mine removed, but he said it would leave a really bad scar, and if it's not bothering you and it's not always inflamed and it normally doesn't make a difference, just leave it alone. So that was what I did. That was my attitude with Dylan. He's not bothering it. He doesn't bite it or lick it or anything, so I'm going to leave it alone. He was 11 at the time. Who wants to put an 11-year-old dog through surgery and then you don't even know it's going to work? Anyhow. Susie, general love. You have romance heating up, the world is at your feet, and you're being guided by the divine. You could make a decision to walk away from something or someone that you feel is just no longer serving you, and negativity moves into the past and a wish comes true. Could end up moving forward with the soulmate connection that may be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Anxiety around love is easing and moving into the past. What did Ryan tell his friends about last night? We had an argument over the weekend and aren't talking now. I don't think he said anything. He's showing as the hermit. Like he's taking time for himself to figure out what it is that he wants or what it is that he needs. He's feeling negative and he's feeling a little bit anxious. And I don't think he spoke to anybody. As of yet, anyhow. Or didn't give any great details. May have just said something like we had an argument. John, any messages? Perseverance pays off and can make a wish come true. Negativity is moving into the past and a new beginning is on the horizon. You may be planning travel, could be working on a creative project or creative hobby. Could get good news that comes in out of the clear blue sky, being guided by the divine towards greener pastures. A Sagittarius enters, and so does an Aquarius. We thought my dog ran away, but he slid under the fence because he liked the neighbor's dog and went in there. Oh, so funny. Rimmel, romance coming in. You have a wish that comes true around romance and love. A new beginning on the horizon, and you'll walk away from people, places, and things that you found to be disappointing. Could be with a Sagittarius. Could also be with a Libra. Somebody can make you an offer around love that would be hard to turn down. Exploring your options leads to success. Life comes back into balance. Not bad. Tanya, general for the next 5. General for the next 5. For the next 5. Somebody from your past could be returning, or you could reconnect with an old friend that you haven't seen in a while, making decisions that push life forward. Good news on finances could come in, and you could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well, and making decisions that are pushing life forward in general. You could be planning travel. Negativity moves into the past. Could have a soulmate connection move forward. No longer feeling stuck or stagnant, no longer holding yourself back. Perseverance pays off around social activities. Not bad. Not bad. Brenda, journal for the rest of the day and tomorrow. For the rest of today and tomorrow. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Slow and steady wins the race. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan may make you feel relief, and you could hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Growth, change, and transformation comes in and around your life as Scorpio and a Pisces enter. Listen to your intuition. You could be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Tanya, love coming in. You have a wish that comes true around love. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. You'll have choices and options. At some point, you may come to a crossroads, but until then, explore your options. 2 fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And then also a Sagittarius, the Aquarius, and a Virgo. Perseverance leads to success around love. Pretty good. Thank you, spiritually beautiful. I know. So many people are. So many people are. Oh, they sent a picture of Avery. Aw. She must be doing okay today. Where's Nicholas? I hope he's there today. I don't see Avery here. Okay, she's not in the picture. Neither is Nicholas, so anyhow. I don't know if I mean, I was shocked when Kayla died because I totally wasn't expecting it. She was only 10, and the dog I had before her lived to be almost 16. So I thought, like, I was really young, stupid, and, like, naive. Not much different from now. Haven't learned much. But I really thought that Kayla would be with me for, like, 15 years. And she was never sick. Like, she was fine and never had problems with her legs, never had problems with anything other than her stubborn personality. And then one day she just wasn't herself and she just wasn't eating. And that was Friday, and Saturday morning I knew if I had left the house, she was going to die here alone, and I wouldn't let that happen. So I called the vet and took her in. And that was it. They were like, well, we could do tests. She was cold to the touch. She was cold to the touch. She wouldn't sleep in my room. She slept in Avery's room, which was a place in this house that we were never there. We were never over there. We were always usually in my room. So, yeah, I knew that was that. Essence, will things ever get better between me and Logan, or is it similar to back how it was, or is it best to leave things the way they are? Okay, nothing is going to get better by magic. So the issue is that it doesn't seem like it looks like there are very blurred boundaries, or we never really discussed the relationship, or we don't know what we want. So it's almost like, well, I don't want to be in a relationship, but he doesn't do things that, and that, like, he doesn't treat it like a relationship because it's not, but then you could get annoyed because he's not putting in enough effort. But why should he put in the effort if it's not a relationship? And are we friends or are we not friends? So unless you make a clear decision on what you want, the relationship is not going to improve, and it isn't going to get better, because how could you, like, you're either boyfriend and girlfriend and you're committed, or you're friends, but you can't be in between. If you go down the lines of friends with benefits, you could do that, but that's complicated and unsuccessful usually too. So that's the issue. It's like it's not showing a whole lot of love and romance, and that may be bringing in negativity or sorrow, and the situation is unbalanced. So it's almost like, and I'm not saying it, like, I'm just saying it from like the female perspective, like, well, we're not together, he's not my boyfriend. But then if he doesn't call or he doesn't do boyfriend like things, it could be like, well, if he was interested in me, why doesn't he do that? Yeah, but that, it's not the relationship. So it's like the blurred lines are just making the situation very foggy. So if you were to decide, we're going to be in a committed relationship and this is how it's going to be, the rules would be different. It's very like, it's been a long time to be so undefined, and I think that that's what the issue is. So unless you make the decision, like, I want to be in a committed relationship, I want it to be you, and I want things to move forward now, and he agrees to it, I don't think things are going to improve, because it's too all over the place. You know, like, I'm going to end things, is he going to call? Well, don't end things if you want him to call. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're striving or trying to get him to do something different, and that's what's making you unhappy, you're going to continue to be unhappy. 3 months from now, you'll be in the same situation, because it's just, it's too, it's like, it's not clear. We don't know what we want. So how could we make things better if we don't know what it is we want? So you have to make the decision as to what you want from this situation. Do you want a committed relationship with him that improves and grows? Then you have to have that conversation with him, and you both have to be on the same page. But otherwise, if you're going to end things with him, then I would end things with him and be done with it. And don't wonder whether or not he's going to call, because don't take his call. So it doesn't matter if he does or not. Oh, sorry, your boss came in? Okay, that's fine. Emin, how accurate are the messages to E and G? How accurate are the messages to E and G? So is somebody else sending these people messages? Is that how we're reading this? I think the messages are relatively accurate. I would say they're more or less accurate. Like maybe 80%. But I'm not sure if I'm understanding that question. Miss Goat, how long before my ankles? My ankle heals. It's been 5 weeks. I think it could be another 3 weeks. And what can I expect in the next 24 hours? A disappointment heals and moves into the past, and you could have some good luck come in. An old wound is healing. You could be spending time with a Cancer and a Sagittarius. You also could have some money coming in. Listen to your intuition. You could get good news that comes in around finances, and life comes back into balance. Pretty good. Pretty good. Sarah, if you have time, actions of Marcus Aquarius towards me after our meeting in the street. He only smiled. And at this point, I don't see much happening. It looks like things are a little slow and stagnant, and there could be a third party interfering in this situation. And that may be holding things up, or that may be why there is a disconnect. You know, things here are out of balance. Susie, what is coming my way for the rest of the week? You may be taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Could be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Negativity is healing and moving into the past. So are old wounds. You have a new venture on the horizon. You also could be planning travel, possibly a road trip. Not bad. Not bad. Stacy, how is Ryan feeling about me? May find that you're creative, smart, intelligent, compassionate, sincere, a loyal friend, somebody who is down to earth and like goal orientated. Pretty good. Oh, SR. Thank you. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Avery hasn't brought up Dylan since she didn't mention him yesterday. The day before she said, I want Dylan to come home. He's coming home. He's just not coming home in the way you think he's coming home. He's coming home. He'll be home. And I'm okay now. You know when I have a hard time, it's going to sound so stupid? When I'm driving. I don't know why. When I'm driving, I think about him and I get sad. And I can't look at any of the bullshit on, like, social media. I don't know. I saw some poem and, I don't know. I can't watch any of that shit about it. When tomorrow starts without me, because already. Somebody sent me, Rainbow Bridge Raina, maybe that's her name. She dresses up like in rainbow colors and talks to kids about the Rainbow Bridge. I couldn't even watch her video. And you know what? Avery's going to grow up with Cyrus, right? Somebody said to me yesterday, she's a big animal lover, and she said, these are temporary relationships, or she said these are temporary loves, something like that. And I was like, shit, you know, I never looked at it like that, but she's right. Like, it's temporary. Like, when you get them, you know it's temporary. There was one guy, God, did I want him. His name was Freddie. He was a Presa Canario. I never even heard of the breed before. He was brindle. He had his ears clipped. He must have cost somebody a fortune. And he was at the local shelter. Big guy. And he's a puppy. It says young. Maybe it said puppy. Big. His lifespan is from 9 to 11 years. I'm not fucking around with a 9, you know, like I wanted a Great Dane. They live 7 years. Sorry, I can't do that to myself. My father's like, well, 9 years is a long time. He's like, you couldn't go through this 9 years from now? I mean, there's no guarantees with anything. Because, you know, people that have little dogs tend to live longer. But how much longer? A year longer? Kayla was 10. So if I had Freddie until he was 9. I knew a woman from yoga that used to only adopt senior dogs. Seniors, like 13 years old. One she had, how sad is this? She had this one guy who looked like the Monopoly dog because his owner died. How sad is that? The goddamn dog lost his owner. And she had him, and he was like 13 when she got him. But she was like, I'll take them because nobody else is going to want them. That's terrible. But thank God for people like her because I'm an asshole. Tanya, I'm making my list between Virgo, Sagittarius. Oh, shit. I'm interested in Aries and Aquarius. Would one of the two be interested in a committed relationship? I think they both would be. I think they both would be interested in a committed relationship. I think Aquarius would move a little bit faster than Aries, but both of them would, I think, would be interested in a long-term committed relationship. Thank you, Katrina. Sarah, General. Life comes back into balance. You could have a new job or business opportunity on the horizon. Your perseverance pays off and brings the world to your feet around business. Solution to a problem is in front of you. Before the end of the summer, you'll figure it out. Maybe planning travel, possibly a road trip sometime this fall. Listen to your intuition. Things move forward towards greener pastures, and you may walk away from people, places, and things that you feel no longer serve you. Alphonse, will Lisa and I become a romantic couple when I heal from my surgery? Oh God, I hope that you have a speedy recovery. You have a pretty good chance of becoming a romantic couple, yeah. I'm going to say you have about a 70% chance. I would give it a little time. Let's see what happens. Luna, work for the rest of the week. For the rest of the week, if you listen to your intuition, things move forward quickly. You also could get good news around work. You're not looking backwards. Life is moving forward. If you've had an argument or a disagreement with someone around work, school, or business, it will resolve itself and move into the past. Overall, it looks like a pretty positive week that brings in success around work. The world is at your feet. Pretty good. Pretty good. Tanya, oh my goodness, I'm still going to be stuck between two. Which one likes my cooking? They're both probably going to like your cooking. And let me tell you something. Nobody would ever like my cooking. I don't like my cooking. I don't cook. Although I've been making chaffles lately, which is like a big deal for me, but I'm not a good cook. Oh, Alphonse, wow. Wow, okay, take care of yourself. Good, I'm glad you're going to go home. Nobody likes to be in the hospital. Stacy, how is Ryan feeling about the argument we got into? Maybe feeling a little, still a little angry. Feels a little distant. Moon is in reverse, which means more is going to come out around the situation. You're probably going to have another discussion that could lead to another argument, although it might not be a big argument. It just could be a little bit of a back and forth. Maybe he's, whatever it was you were fighting about, he's digging his heels in, and he kind of feels like he's right. Right now, it doesn't mean that can't change. Jay, love for the rest of the week. Love for the rest of the week. You have a wish that comes true around love, so put that out into the universe. Listen to your intuition. You could be starting a committed relationship, maybe not this weekend, but it's on the horizon, and you have long-term potential around it. Could be with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready, but cause for celebration comes in. You could hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. A disappointment heals. A fire sign is around, Leo, Sag, Aries. Not bad. Not bad. general for the next 2 weeks. Luna, general for the next 2 weeks. For the next 2 weeks. Feeling ambitious, you'll be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You have a wish that comes true. Could be spending time with an Aquarius and a Capricorn, and you're making decisions that push life forward, and Aries enters. Also a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Group activities are favored over the next couple of weeks, and you could be moving forward towards greener pastures, and you also may be planning travel. Not bad. Shantae, general. You have money coming in. Maybe thinking about starting a new business, a side business, or a side hustle that could be bringing in extra cash. You're no longer holding yourself back, and you could be, somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down that brings in some pretty good money with the 9 and 10 of Pentacles. You could be planning travel, listen to your intuition, feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Life comes into balance and begins to move forward between now and the end of the year. You're headed towards the 10 cups being full. Not bad. Not bad. Tanya, you're right. I gave Aries canned chicken with mayo on crackers. Did I tell you about when I made Dylan his, I made him white rice because he had threw up after he took that pill. It was white rice, pumpkin, and canned chicken, which in my life we never had. Like growing up, I don't know, my mom's a big chicken person. I always hated chicken. But she used to make those little chicken parts. I don't know, I hated chicken. Anyway, I'd never really seen canned chicken before, but I ordered a case. I gotta order a case of it. Anyhow, so I mixed it up in the dish, and I was putting it in the fridge, and Avery's like, I want some. I'm like, it's the dog's food. And then I was like, well, it's really not dog food, so I just made her some. I made a whole big thing of it. Gross. I'm gross. I thought that maybe the pumpkin, I don't know, white rice. Dylan, you know, you're so good. Anthony, I asked you some clarification with English use in the email. Oh, did you just recently email? I haven't checked it in a while. I'll do it after the live stream. I'll check. I don't know why I've been so tired lately. I think maybe just stressed. Luminous. What around the connection? When will we meet in here? Shit, it disappeared. Now I don't see it again. Oh, there it is. When will I hear and see from him again? Okay, what around this connection is making it go slow? Okay, I don't know where you guys are in this situation, but there's a lack of perseverance and there's your slowdown. So it just may be that it's not a top priority for him right now. There is communication that's coming in, I would say sometime maybe within the next week to 10 days. But it doesn't look like meeting or a relationship right now is top priority, and that may be why it's so slow. Put the pumpkin in it. But it's got to be pumpkin and not pumpkin pie mix. Make sure of that. And then you can tell them that that's what I gave to my dog. That was my dog's last meal. That's terrible. Oh, so that's what was my deciding thing. When did I give it to him? He didn't get up off the bed. and I had to bring it to him. He ate it, but I had to bring it to him. And I was like, I can't do this to him. I can't make him. Like, he was awake, he was looking around, but he wasn't moving. Stacy, will Ryan reach out soon to talk about the argument? I don't want to reach out to him as I think it will give him fuel to berate me more. Okay, let's see. I wouldn't reach out to him either. I would say you'll probably hear from him within the next, like, couple of weeks. But something else gets revealed. The moon is in reverse. That's the second time we saw the moon in reverse. I don't know what that is, but you'll find out. I'm going to say within, I'm going to say like maybe a week to 2 weeks you should hear from him. Virgo, general. General. You've got the world at your feet. Anxiety eases and moves into the past, and you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. A Leo enters. Money is coming in, and Earth sign enters. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You're no longer holding yourself back. A wish comes true. You're feeling grounded and stable. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders, and life moves forward towards greener pastures. Anxiety eases. Not bad. Not bad. Susie, romance coming in. Romance coming in. Perseverance pays off around romance. It could be with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. A new beginning is on the horizon. Take time before making decisions, and moving forward towards greener pastures is suggested. So you may be thinking, like, I'm not going to move backwards. Like, new energy is a better choice than older energy. I kind of agree with that. But it looks like things could move forward with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Jay. Kind of weird question. Do people think I look younger or older than my real age? You know what? Different people are going to think different things. Let's see. Older. Younger. I'm going to say older. You know what's funny? We just had this conversation. The rink Avery skates at, she has a brother that works there. And one of the other girls that works there, like, they call them skate guards, where they kind of like patrol the rink and they'll just skate around. And if anybody falls, they go over to make sure that they're okay. So he was on the ice and she was on the ice, and they were skating with Avery. And the girl, damn, I can't remember what her name was now. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Maybe it was Stephanie. Anyway, she was talking to my friend Rachel, and they were talking about like figure skating and how long have you been skating. And the girl said, well, you know, she hurt her ankle, so she doesn't figure skate anymore, which maybe that's what made me think it. I don't know. Like, you kind of think, oh, well, I had an injury, so I retired from it. I know. If you would have asked me, I would have thought that this girl was like 30, not 30, 26, 25, 26. She was 16. I don't remember what my friend said, but the girl said, oh, I'm only 16. I'm still in high school. And I was like, oh, damn. I definitely thought she was older too. But maybe it was like the maturity level thing, because like you know how 16-year-old girls are. I worked in a grocery store with 16-year-old girls. You know, they're duck face and social media and you know, like, and she was like very mature. So I think that that's what it is about her in particular. What was her name? It might have been Stephanie. I can't remember now. But anyhow, I was knocked over too that she was 16. And it wasn't like she didn't look old. You know, you wouldn't look at her and say, oh, she must be pushing 40. But it was like her being, like the way she carried herself, her mannerisms, the things she wasn't doing, like posing and taking selfies and posting them on social media while she's ice skating, which you see the other 16-year-olds doing. Or I see it in yoga, you know, like that's typical. So sometimes it has less to do with what you look like and more about your aura, or so to speak. Cece, is there any way you can tell me what Ryan has to reveal to me about the argument that we had this weekend? I don't know what it is, but you may feel like he's deceived you in some way. The devil is usually some sort of deceit, but it also could be like a drug or alcoholism, or it could be any earthly pleasure that he could be participating in. Or if you've accused him of it and he didn't do it, or whatever the situation could be, he may feel like you've deceived him. But the way the situation reads is that he's pretty angry and there's more that comes of it. So it may not be one specific thing that he reveals, but it could be other things that come up that need to be addressed that could cause anxiety. So, yeah, I don't know exactly what it is. Simran, Jay the Libra's current thoughts and feelings and energy towards S. Leo. Energy is kind of slow. Like, I don't see all that much happening. Or they just may be kind of preoccupied. But this person may find Leo to be a loyal friend, somebody who is sincere, somebody who is hardworking, goal-orientated, and successful. Peace. What is next for P and I? What is next for P and I? I don't see much changing around the situation that it is now. So wherever you are right now, it's probably going to stay like this for the next couple of months. Communication looks good, but I don't see things moving forward to the next level because the Four of Wands is in reverse. So, if you're already in a committed relationship with this person and you're content, things will continue the way that they are. Vinny, love reading. We're doing okay, Vinny. Thank you. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. Lay down the law, set boundaries. Don't be afraid to express what you want and need out of your relationships. You could have a Taurus enter and also an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Exploring your options leads to success. It could bring in long-term success around your next relationship, which could be sometime before the end of this year. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders and life moves forward towards greener pastures. Not bad. Simran, Scotty's current thoughts, feelings, and energy to S. Leo. Energy looks a little like Two of Wands in reverse is like, it's not necessarily undecided. It's just kind of like not here nor there. You know, like, not something that this person is like putting active energy into right now. May think that this person is like genuinely pleasant, somebody who is happy, somebody who is easy to get along with, kind-hearted, and sincere. Girly, general for the next 7 days. General for the next 7 days. Making decisions that push your career forward. Happiness comes out over your life. Listen to your intuition. Lay down the law, set boundaries. If someone is overstepping, you could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. You may be spending time with a Pisces. Life could change for you for the better quickly. And make sure you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Susie, A, B, and I. You might be feeling like things are a little unbalanced, and I don't see much changing for the better quickly. Moon is in reverse, so something may get revealed around the situation. I don't know what that is, but you'll find out. I don't know what this relationship is, but with the Two of Cups in reverse, it could be a problem if you're in a committed relationship with this person. It could be a breakup. If you're not in a committed relationship, this just may be saying that I don't see commitment around it at this point. Simran, general for the next 10 days. For the next 10 days. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders. You could be planning travel, and you may be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Could be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Negativity is moving into the past. Could have some money coming in. You may be taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You also could be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. An old wound heals and moves into the past. Stacy, did Ryan dig through my belongings on our trip this past weekend? I don't think so. Girly, ease real thoughts and feelings about me. Awkward vibes. May feel that you're genuinely a nice person, a loyal friend, somebody who is strong, confident, independent. The awkward vibes may be that they're feeling a little bit like insecure just about themselves, and they may feel somehow inferior to you. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what the relationship is, but those weird vibes don't seem to have to do with you specifically. It has more to do with that person. Muhammad, what can I expect from Leo for the rest of the month? I don't know where you guys are in this situation, but it looks like things are a little bit slow. And you might be feeling a little bit like betrayed or let down because you may feel like this person's not putting in enough effort. Anonymous, general. Maybe thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Somebody from your past could return, or you could reconnect with an old friend. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. Life comes back into balance, and cause for celebration comes in around finances. Pretty good. Dana for the weekend. For the weekend. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Could be spending time with a Leo or an Aries or maybe both. Somebody can make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. You may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. You have money coming in. Perseverance pays off this weekend. Not bad. Not bad. Jamie and Brianna. You may feel like communication comes in, and then you may feel like the relationship is starting to function better and disappointments are moving into the past. But it does look like things could still be a little bit rocky because there's another argument coming up on the horizon. Yeah, it's going to be a little rocky, but you know what? She's still around and there's still communication. And even if you're arguing or fighting or whatever, it's still communication. So, a little rocky. Loving Laura, General. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Could be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. You may be planning travel. Sagittarius enters, and so does another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Life moves forward. Stacy, does Ryan still want to be in a relationship with me? On his terms. So he's Emperor in reverse, which means he's trying to control the situation or manipulate it to his liking. If you're weak, or if he sees you as being weak, or you don't give him what he wants, then he's probably not going to continue with the relationship, which is a scary place to be because I don't like the Emperor in reverse. It's somebody who seems to be very narcissistic and they want what they want. They want to control things, people, places, and things, and it has to be their way. And that could be dangerous. So I would rethink whether or not you want to be in this situation, because if he is very narcissistic, it's not going to improve. It's just going to continue to get worse. Simran, what's coming towards me soon other than money? There could be feeling ambitious around work, school, or business. There could be going back to school, learning a new area of study. There also could be a new spiritual practice, or it could be religious or spiritual. And take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Patty, any good news coming up for me from this week onwards? You could hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news around work, school, and business. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Maybe spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Good news could come in around finances or money. And you may be planning travel. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, that's the fan. I have to plug my Fitbit in. It is I think it's dead. Stephanie, me and Charles acting so weird towards me. That should move into the past pretty quickly, the weirdness. Communication should come in. The world is at your feet. Things should move forward towards greener pastures. Feeling like well-balanced or making decisions that push things forward. And you may feel relief around the situation coming back into balance. If he's been weird, it's like a weird moment, it'll pass. I think that his energy is going to be a little bit better, like back to normal soon. Girly spirit cards for today. I'm going to put the spirit cards. There they are. Renewal. Archangel Jeremiel. Review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. Balance. Archangel Zadkiel. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. King of Earth. Generous, professional, responsible, practical. A successful time. Carefully, confidently accept opportunities that you're offered. You've got the Midas touch. Pretty good. Simon, why are my dreams recently so strange about family members who I don't trust? I barely talk to them either. It's not about them, it's about you. So they're just showing you, it's like they're archetypes of people in your life that maybe holding you back from broadening your horizons around social circles. So not being able to trust people that were close to you, maybe hindering current relationships or potential to move forward around social circles, and your dream, it's just coming out in your subconscious because that's where it's stored. So there may be like a deep-rooted fear of being betrayed by people or not being able to trust people. So it's not really about them specifically, it's more about the feeling that they bring up, not like their specific situation, but the feeling that's associated with it. Essence, they said that he is a retriever. I don't see it at all. Bully mix. Hound dog. I don't really see that either. And I'm thinking that the hound dog retriever is sandwiched around bully so that people would notice it. I think he's a pit bull mix. I mean, maybe he's got something else in him. I could do DNA on him, but when I do the Googles, you ever do that with Google? Does anybody know that? Because I didn't know it. And Avery's cousin showed me that there is a little camera by the Google thing. I don't know if I have it here. Because I showed it to my neighbor. And she was like, shut up. She's like, I never fucking knew that. I'm like, yeah, me either. Okay, so there is, you see where it says Google, right? There's a little camera there. If I go and take a picture of him, I'll show you. It shows pit bulls. I don't want to wake him up. This guy is sleeping. So if you use this Google lens, that's him. Look, this one looks just like Dylan. This is who they show. Pitbull, American Pit, American Bulldog, Doggo Argento. I mean, I could do his DNA, but I don't know how accurate those are. Because my brother did his dog twice and got two totally different. First time it came back a Weimaraner, which was really funny since I had such a crazy Weimaraner. But he's black. Weimaraners aren't black. Anyway, look at him sleeping. He looks like Dylan. I didn't have Dylan when he was that young. But I could show you this picture of Dylan, which he looks so serious. See, if you look at this picture of him when he was a puppy, you could see how much he's aged. This was Dylan before I got him and he was at the shelter. Look at that spot around his eye and even his ear. It was so much blacker. Look how serious. Oh, man. I mean, you see Retriever in that dog? Where? He doesn't have long hair. I mean, I was throwing the ball yesterday. He wasn't even going after it. And the hound dogs, I don't know. I've never seen a white one. Maybe they come in white. I don't know. Tanya with G, I swear it's hard not to call around her bullshit. Will it make things worse? Or let her know, don't fuck with me? I don't think it's going to help because death is in reverse. What I would do, I would watch some of these narcissistic channels and see if you notice similarities. Mental illness, Dr. Carter, Dr. Romney, even Dr. Phil. I saw one on with Dr. Phil, and I'm not really a fan of his. But they usually suggest not calling them out because they're ruthless people, and it doesn't, they don't see what they do as wrong. They're always going to make you wrong. Now it depends like how highly toxic a person is. Like I remember years ago, I hated flowers because I feel like they're a waste of money, and carnations to me always smelled like a funeral home, and my mom always had a dirtbag boyfriend that always showed up with flowers, so I just didn't like flowers. So one time, I don't remember, somebody got flowers. It wasn't me. And I said to my boyfriend, Tom, at the time, I said, how come you don't ever buy me flowers? And he was like, because for the last 2 years, I've listened to you say that you hate flowers, so why would I buy you flowers? And I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Like, I don't want flowers. They're a waste of money. I don't like the way they smell. Reminds me of a funeral home. So why would you buy me flowers? So what even made me ask him that question? Why don't you buy me flowers? I don't know. But anyway, my point is, if I was a narcissistic person, I would have turned it around on him. That's not true. I never said that. The truth is that I want flowers. You never give them to me. Like, I wouldn't have taken responsibility for it. Or situations where, like, you ever have this happen? Somebody's going to have a bridal shower or a baby shower, and you're like, fuck, now I'm going to have to go to a bridal shower. And, you know, nobody wants to go to that. Baby shower is probably even worse. I don't know what's worse, onesies or penis necklaces. I mean, I have no interest in either of them. But anyway, and then you don't get invited, and you're like, hey, why wasn't I invited? But you didn't want to go anyway, but then you're upset. Like some people, they don't realize that it's a complex thing. It's, yeah, you weren't invited, but you didn't want to go, so really you let off the hook, so you should be happy, but yet you're insulted that you weren't invited. But if you were to call somebody out, like if you were to say that to me, I'd be like, you're right, I don't want to go. But sometimes, like somebody that's very narcissistic will be like, well, but that's not true, and that's not the point, and I should be invited because this, that, and the next thing. So I don't think you're really going to get anywhere with your sister if you call her out on it, because I think she's going to turn it around on you. And not that, I think she's already made her bed for herself. Like I think that the older that she gets, the more that people are seeing her true colors. So I don't think that anything she says really holds any weight to anything. But why cause yourself the extra aggravation? Lee says that narcissistic people can be actually dangerous. Um, I don't know if everyone could be dangerous. Like, I don't think that she's going to come after you and kill you, but why deal with it if it's not going to? You're like, the worst thing that you can do to those people is to ignore them and not give them the attention that they want. So by not, it's almost like more powerful to just like act like she doesn't exist, because, but that's what she wants. She wants drama. She wants you to, why are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong? How are we going to fix this? And then like that will make her feel like she's superior. So if you just kind of go on with your life, like that's something. And then not only that, she probably will become like obsessed with you, like, because you're not giving her what she wants. It's easy to give her what she wants. But anyhow, like, it's easy to pull her up and say, listen, I've had just about enough of you, and lay it into her. But that's what she's looking for. Like, she wants that drama, and she wants to be able to tell people, do you believe that she called me up and said XYZ? People don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to listen to her. And the older she gets, the worse she gets. But if you get a chance, check out those channels, because you'll hear, like, they say these things and you're like, damn, that's exactly what I was listening to. Like, how did you know that this is what I heard from that person? Because they're all the same, or they're all very similar. Jay, is it the way I carry myself that makes me appear older, or the way that I look? Not everybody's going to agree. I think some people may just think that it's like a maturity level. So they may not really even question. Like, they just may assume that you're older because you come off as older. Adonis, see, you know how to do the Google thing, because you're young and I'm a dinosaur. And my neighbor is even older than me. P Sand, is RR the one? There is no one. There is no the one. That's something that's not true. So you have to figure out who the one is for you. I need to know where you guys are in this relationship. So I don't see a commitment here. If you're already in a committed relationship, things could stay stable and move forward. Slow and steady wins the race. If you're not in a committed relationship, I don't know that this is going to move forward like that as of right now, because there are some complications around it. And you really need to know where you are in this relationship. But there is no one person that you're out there combing the world trying to find. That is a fantasy that is perpetuated by Disney movies. And we get that idea in our head and we think we're looking for the one, and it's always a disappointment. So I would try not to think along those lines. Especially if you guys are not in a committed relationship right now, because it looks like things are a little slow. But I really need to, in order to answer that question, I have to see where you guys are in the relationship. M. Lourdes, find the picture of Avery and Cyrus you posted the other day. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Sometimes I feel like she's a little rough with him. And a general with Dave and I for the week. Oh, thank you. Dave and I for the rest of the week. Things could change for the better quickly, although there is some indecision around the situation. Things should be changing for the better. You could have choices and options that help negativity move into the past and a new beginning on the horizon. I don't know why there's disappointment around this situation. So if you were recently disappointed in the situation, I would try to let that go, to give it a chance to move away from that with the Eight of Wands. If there has not been a disappointment, just keep in mind that even if things are moving forward, it may not be all it's cracked up to be just yet. Jazz, will Elle reach out to me today? I think so, yeah. If not today, tomorrow. Essence for the next 4 days. next 4 days, you could be feeling a little bit more financially stable. Disappointment heals and moves into the past. You have money coming in. Listen to your intuition. You could be spending time with a Leo or a Cancer. You may also make a decision to walk away from something or someone that no longer serves you. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Someone can make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Not bad. Not bad. Just did that one. Summer and tarot advice on social circle. I don't know who even wants to hang out with me, and I don't like putting more energy into a friendship when it's not reciprocated. I don't feel safe, and I only want people who want me. Yeah, but you can't live life like that. Like that, you can't go out and say, I only want to be friends with people that want me, because that's not how you establish relationships. Like, it doesn't have to be so difficult. You make it so much harder than it needs to be. And that's why you struggle, because people have to meet a certain standard for you, or you don't want to have anything to do with them. And they can't reach that level because they're just not as particular about things as you are. So you've got to figure out, like, what do you need to feel safe about going and having coffee with somebody? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not super close to any of my neighbors, but I could sit outside and have coffee with them. And that's social. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm going to sit down and tell them my whole life story and all the troubles that I'm having with X, Y, or Z, but we have a beer together sometimes. You know what I mean? So you got to figure out what it is that you're so afraid of, because it doesn't have to do with the other people. It has to do with you. If you're expecting perfect friends, nobody is perfect. You're not going to find perfect friends, but there are choices and options that are around you. But if they don't meet your criteria, you don't want anything to do with them, and that's put you in a box. So you have to figure out why it is that, like, what it is that you're looking for, because it's just not out there. You know, like, I could tell you all of the flaws that all of my friends have, and I'm sure that they could tell you all of my flaws. I'm still friends with them. Like, I don't need them to make me feel safe. I'm the one that chooses what I tell people in my personal life and what I don't. And that doesn't mean that I can't keep people in my life that don't know everything. A lot of people don't know most of the things, because I feel like getting older that people ask a lot of questions and it's just not their business, and I don't want to talk about it. It doesn't really have anything to do with them. It just really has to do with me. Like, I just don't want to rehash everything all the time. But you're going to have a hard time making friends if you're looking for people to make you feel safe. You need to make you feel safe. And if you don't trust somebody, then you just don't tell them things. And that's fine. Like, I have friends that there are certain things I won't tell them because they have a big mouth. It doesn't mean that I can't have coffee with them. Or we can't go to the shore together. Or we can't go to the casino together. We can. But I just may not tell them, you know, whatever it is that I want to keep private. But you've got to figure that out. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, and tarot can't tell you either, because it's you that have put yourself in this box, and you're looking for other people to give you what you need, and nobody else can do that. Only you can. That one. Tanya, they really know how to piss you off. Yeah, Tanya, let me tell you something. I know, and I experienced it too. Only it was through someone. So it was somebody who couldn't directly get to me, and they call them flying monkeys. So when they can't get to you, they send other people to try to do it, and you got to just shut them down too. And if you don't know about this stuff, you know, I'm not a huge, like, psychology or psychiatry person, because they feel like everybody turns around and says, oh, well, this one's bipolar, and that one's got this, and so-and-so's an alcoholic, and he's a functioning alcoholic, and that guy, you know, is got depression, and everyone's got something these days. So I don't really go down that road. But when somebody is doing something that is so crazy, and to me, I'm like, how do people not see this? Like, it made no sense to me. And in this situation that I was in, the person's parents had just made a monster. They gave this person everything that they wanted. There was never any accountability. This person never got in trouble. There was never consequences. Nobody ever said no. So me saying no was like, I'm probably the only person that ever said no. And I'm just no. And I held firm, no. And then when I had to, I blocked. No. I'm not there. This is not negotiable. You're not going to talk me into something. I'm not your father. I'm not going to give you what you want. So you could shut the fuck up. Because I don't know who you think you are, but you're not it. And that's the worst thing that you can do, is to ignore them. Because I wanted to be like, I'm going to fucking open my mouth and say it like it is. But that wouldn't have helped. It would have just perpetuated the back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But if I don't give you anything, what are you going to do? See, those people get really twisted. I think it may have been Lee that was saying that they'll push you until they call it reactive abuse. So say, for example, in this situation, this woman was physically assaulting her boyfriend. She was biting him. You know, like the fucking dogs that I have that don't bite anybody. This grown ass woman was biting him. And when he pushed her off of him, he bruised her arms. And he said to me, but Danny, she's got bruises. And I said, but you were being bitten like a fucking rabid dog. What were you supposed to do? Just let her eat you? Like, I don't get it. They tend to record things. Now, remember the Johnny Depp trial? Remember how when he went crazy and he was slamming the cabinet doors and he was yelling and screaming? She had the camera set up because she knew what she was doing. She knew that she could push him to the point to make him fly off the handle. And who knows, it could have taken 3 hours to get him to that point. But she knew she would get him to that point and she would record it so she could use it against him. So that's why these people can be dangerous. Because if she would, she wound up getting caught. I mean, we know what she is. I mean, there may be people out there that are on her side, but I think I can see right through her. And that's what happens. And they could be dangerous because, you wind up getting your arms bruised. It looks like you've been hit or beaten, and you weren't. You weren't. And if it was recorded, so that's why. Gen Z. Adonis. Gen Z. I think now we have Alpha, right? I think Avery is part of the Alpha generation. Wonder what that's going to be like. Essence for the next 4 days. Did I do it? I did think I did. They really know how to piss you off. Yes, Vicky. P, Leo, and I for the rest of the week. Leo and I for the rest of the week. If you've had an argument or a disagreement, that should resolve itself and move into the past. There could be communication that comes in, or communication could pick up. An old wound could heal and move into the past. Negativity could move into the past, but it looks like things may be slow because death is in reverse. But there may be an improvement on the horizon. Emin, are these people obsessed with me? Aquarius and Aries. Is Aquarius obsessed with me? Aries. I don't show either one of them as being obsessed with you at this point. Tanya, you're right. I just ignore her. It's killing her, yeah. Last time I called her out, she started crying. Well, that's also another thing they do. They cry. They cry. And it's not real because they're hurting. It's because you're calling them out on it. We're not dinosaurs. We're young at heart. Yeah, maybe. Still can't work the iPhone. My friend said to me, she goes, sometimes I have to ask my son how to do things. She's like, all of a sudden I turned into my mother. I just learned about the Google thing, totally. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I actually learned about it last September when we were at some kind of a, like a fair, or like a, it was like a fair, I guess. I don't know what you call it. And there was like a weird mushroom growing on the ground, and she used it to find out what kind of a mushroom it was. But you could use it to like buy something, if you're like, oh hey, the store sells these bones for $6. Could I order them somewhere cheaper? If you take a picture of it, it'll show you. And I was like, wow, it's pretty good. And Lourdes, if I apply about my evaluation, will my professional relationship with my director be compromised, or will he have a bad opinion of me? It would be him that you were calling out on it. Yeah, I think he would. I think he would feel. Yeah, Fool is in reverse, so something would be revealed around the situation that would need to be dealt with that could affect your relationship with him. Yes. AF Gemini, Taurus feelings towards me, and will he share them? May feel that you're a kind-hearted, caring, loyal person, a loyal friend, somebody who is honest and down to earth. I don't see a big conversation coming in about feelings at this point right now, but I mean, you could ask him how he feels about you if it's important, but I don't see his intentions right now as having a conversation about how he feels about you, or him telling you the way that he feels. I don't think he feels like, at this point, like he needs to. He feels like everything is fine. I think you need to think before you speak, calm yourself, and then say what you gotta say because you'll regret it, and then go. And yep. Adonis, Alpha generation should be even smarter than Gen Z. Yeah. Simran, EA Cancer, current thoughts and feelings towards SB Leo. May find this person to be well balanced, down to earth, a loyal friend, somebody who is hardworking, smart, and intelligent. Maybe like a loyal friend. Essence, it was just general. I didn't do it right. Okay, just general for the next 4 days. Oh, didn't I do it? And I said there was money coming in? Yeah, you have money coming in. Life comes back into balance. Money comes in. There's choices and options that come in around work, school, or business that push things forward. Listen to your intuition. Feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. MR, how will my trip with D go in mid-August? How will my trip with D go in mid-August? Overall, it should go well. Things may be a little bit out of balance because you've got justice in reverse. So I don't know what that's about. You have to wait and see. But overall, it should go well. Vicky needs to reply. I have to ask my daughter. What does this mean? I saw somebody put a meme up that said, "Don't be mean to me when I ask you to help me with my iPhone. I once taught you how to use a spoon." beautiful one for today. Could hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Making decisions that push your career forward. There also could be a side business or a side hustle that could be successful, and you may be spending time with the Sagittarius. With the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Relief comes in. Like by the end of the day, you may be feeling like relief just around life itself. Simran, I did that one. Oh no, I did the the Cancer question. I just answered for that. Oh no, this is a different one. Hang on. Oh shit. Oh, this is a different question. Okay, hang on. So super chat right before MR. I didn't get to. Simran, AE, the Cancer's current good and bad characteristics. This person can be spontaneous, fun, strong, confident, independent, loyal, sometimes deceitful, sometimes indecisive. Sometimes they could be difficult to deal with, or they could be a little snappy. But they're pretty much grounded, stable, and down to earth. Let me just go back up and make sure I didn't skip any of these super chats. AF Gemini, I did. Simon, I did. Simon, I did. MR, I did. Tanya, my youngest sister is a Sagittarius, so different from me, and she said that she didn't give a damn, and so that I cut her off years ago, and for me to step my game up and cut the bitch off. Isn't it funny how some people could be like that and just not care, and other people, yeah, because I would be more like you, where I would feel like, wait, let's talk it out. Let's see if we can come to some kind of understanding. But I think that your other sister in this situation is right. All right, I'm going back up to the top. Vicky, general for the rest. Shit, that disappeared. Hang on. General for the rest of the week. My birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday. For the rest of the week, not bad. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You're not looking back on the past. Life is moving forward. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. You could be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You could hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Listen to your intuition. Anthony, what is going on with my job finding, and will I get another job offer soon? Yeah, you should be getting a job offer soon because you have decisions, good karma, money coming in. Listening to your intuition, good news comes in because of your like smart, intelligent. You may even have choices and options. Yeah, you got to be getting something soon. I know it's been taking a long time, but I still think you're going to get something and you'll be happy with it. Malika, what's coming towards me? What's coming towards me? Life changes for you for the better quickly. A wish comes true. A new journey begins. You could be spending time with an Aries. You also have a new venture on the horizon. No longer feeling stuck or stagnant. A new beginning. With an air sign comes in, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, an old wound heals and moves into the past. Bye, Anthony. We'll see you later. Stephanie for the rest of the month. If you've had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it will resolve itself and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Life could change for the better for you quickly, and there is a wish that could be coming true around money coming in. Romance may heat up if you're not with anyone. It could be with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Twin flames. What will starting school be like for me? I'm a little nervous. It's hard. Yeah, you're going to be a little nervous. In the first couple of weeks, you may be feeling upside down and overwhelmed, but you're going to get into the groove of things, and through divine timing, things move forward and it will be fine. First couple of weeks, you may be stressed out, so don't let that negativity, just know that you're just going to get through it. Hot Sun, what are Matt's feelings towards me? For some reason, he feels out of balance, or he's holding a lot of resentment around this situation. I don't know what the relationship is, but he could be feeling disappointed and resentful right now. Hot Sun. Oh, yeah, she recorded. Yeah, the recordings. Yeah, I agree. Jen, can you add me to... Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, just put a question in. I try to answer them the best I can in order. Jemmy. Oh, come on. I think I missed mine. What was the question? Jemmy, can you send the question with a purple heart? Oh, you're welcome, Hudson. Simon Ivy, Aries, current good and bad characteristics. This person is well balanced, smart, intelligent, strong, independent. Could be a little selfish. Genuinely a happy person, somebody who's usually pleasant to be around, but they could be a little selfish and sometimes they could be deceitful. Lydia, surprise me, no man. Okay, let's see. You've got a couple of people here. So you have success that comes in around the connection with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Then you also have a Virgo, a Taurus, and a Cancer here. There's the Taurus. A new beginning is on the horizon, and you could have some passion coming in. The hard work that you put in pays off. Not bad. TVET general. You may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business, and the hard work you put in doesn't go unnoticed. A new beginning is on the horizon. Could be spending time with the Taurus. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. A Libra enters. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may be planning travel to water, by water, or around water. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Maggie, love for the rest of August. Could be a little bit slow between now and the end of August because the Ace of Cups is in reverse. There could be a new journey that begins with a Libra if you're not with anyone right now, or there could be good karma that comes back to you before the end of the month. But overall, listen to your intuition. The month looks like it could be a little bit slow. Lydia, who's in order towards me? Leo, Cancer, Taurus. Okay, let's see. Taurus is first, Cancer, and then Leo. Lena, finances for the next 4 months. You should see an improvement on the horizon. A wish comes true. A new journey begins. Listen to your intuition. Making decisions that push your career forward could be bringing in more money. SR, how does Sly Scorpion view me as a person and feel about me? Does he find me attractive? I think he does find you attractive. I think he thinks that you are genuinely a happy person, somebody pleasant, somebody who is loyal and sincere and attractive. Today's news, India. Why is Chirag not talking to me? Right now, maybe busy. He's got a lot going on, work, school, business. There also may be choices and options around him when it comes to social activities, and he could be planning travel, or he may be traveling. Mega BFR's next actions towards me. This person may be, the next thing that happens would be communication comes in sometime before the end of this week. Yeah, communication comes in quick and you could be seeing one another. Listen to your intuition. Things move forward through divine guidance. Stephanie for the rest of the month. For the rest of the month. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news you've been waiting on. Could be spending time with an Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, also Fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Listen to your intuition. Money comes in. You could be planning travel. Life changes for you for the better quickly. What happened to that? Oh God, I don't remember now the person's name. That sent a super chat but didn't send a question. CG general reading. Life comes back into balance and you may be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. It also looks as if you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Money is coming in. Finances are improving. Could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Jemmy, yes. Thank you, Adonis. It was Jemmy. Did we see the question? Arcade, general for the next 5 days. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You have happiness or something happens that makes you happy over the next 5 days. Romance could heat up, possibly with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. If you're not with anyone, if you are with someone, current relationship should be functioning well. Could be a new beginning on the horizon that's bringing in more money, too. New love. Will A want to hang out with me? He is silent since yesterday. I think he'll want to hang out with you, yeah. I'm Loris. If I ask an attorney to help me with my evaluation, will I succeed in getting excellent? Like if you have a lawyer that threatens the company to give you a better evaluation, is that the question? I don't think that that's going to work. I just don't think it's going to work, but let's see what the cards say. I don't think that an attorney can help. What will be the outcome of my connection with Abdullah? He's a new person that I met. Okay, the immediate outcome on the horizon is that things could move forward quickly, but it could be, oh shit, hang on. Okay, the immediate outcome on the immediate horizon is that things can move forward very quickly in a sexual relationship, but it doesn't look like there's a commitment here. So if you're looking for a commitment, I would try to hold off on this because you don't want to put the cart before the horse if you're looking for a committed relationship. I have to plug in. What is this? Oh, this is for the lamp. Oh no, where is the charger for the... That must be over there. Jocelyn, journal for next week. Could have a new beginning on the horizon. A wish comes true around work, school, or business. You could be starting a new venture. Lay down the law, set boundaries if you feel as if somebody's overstepping. A disappointment heals and moves into the past as Sagittarius enters. Emily, so has thoughts after our call today. May feel like it went well and seems to be like happy or content. Palak, should I go for the group One exams only or both groups in November. I would go for both of them. I think you'll be successful. Tanya, romance coming in. Yeah, what happened to Jemmy? If I don't get a question, I'll just do a general, and if the question shows up, the question shows up. Tanya, for romance, you have romance coming in, and it could be with somebody from the past, and you may have choices and options here. Hey, what do you know? Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Happiness comes out over your love life when you explore your options, moving forward towards greener pastures. You could be spending time with that Aquarius soon. Let me do general for Jemmy, and then if another question shows up, I'll answer that. Just because there was a super chat, and maybe it was just, for a general one. Okay. Jimmy, you could be spending time with a Virgo or a Cancer, or maybe both. Something should happen in the month of August that makes you very happy. Life changes for you for the better quickly. Listen to your intuition. Life moves forward towards greener pastures, and you could be planning travel. Maybe working on a creative project or creative hobby. You could have some extra money coming in. A Capricorn enters. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. It will serve you well. Okay, can we cut off the super chats? And I will come back on tonight. I have some things I gotta do before I pick Avery up. And I have about an hour. And showering is one of them. That's okay, Luz. I'll be on later. But you could ask a question now if you want. Updated love reading for Mel. Updated love reading. To make a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that you feel no longer serve you or that you feel have been disappointing. You're no longer holding yourself back. A wish comes true. You have long-term commitment relationship around you. If you're not with this person right now or you're not satisfied, the next relationship should have long-term potential, and it should bring in happiness, and it could be with a Virgo. Could also be with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. With the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders as things move forward towards cause for celebration. With the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. If you're not thrilled with where you are right now, but you should hear from somebody that you're hoping to hear from, or if there's nobody you're hoping to hear from, somebody could be showing up out of the blue, and it may be a Virgo. Stacy, Ryan just sent me a message asking to get together tonight to talk about the argument we had. How will it go? Well, things will go well if you, okay. So he may make you a lot of promises. If you give in to his promises and you play by his rules, things can move forward. But I would suggest being very cautious, because the Two of Cups is in reverse, which may not be so bad. If this person has really been like controlling, berating, and like putting you down and being like pretty tough, which is what the cards are showing with the Emperor in reverse, I would think about whether or not you want to continue with this situation. So I would go for the talk. But if you're getting a lot of like promises, love bombing, nonsense, I would be very cautious because you could just enter right back into the same situation. But you have to make that decision. The cards can't make the decision. Like if this is someone who's trying to control you and berate you, going to have conversation tonight is not going to change that. You'll go back into the situation and it will be the same situation. But these types of people tend to be very slick with the way they maneuver. And they come in with how much they love you and you mean the world to them and nobody like you that I've ever met before and I've never felt this way before. And they kind of reel you back in. But then it doesn't take long for them to go back to their old behavior. But the cards can't tell you not to do it. You have to make the decision not to do it. So go see how it goes and see how you feel after the conversation and then make your decision. Adonis, Aquarius and me after the rest of August. For the rest of August. Feel tingles in my brain. Feeling the BB is cooking or cooking up something for me. Like you think she's trying to like manipulate something? Yeah, you're going to hear from her. You're going to hear from her because of this. But Hermit is in reverse, which means she knows that she did something wrong. She's not taking responsibility for it. But there's going to be communication. It's similar to the last question. Know what you're getting back into if you decide to go back into it. Because Hermit is in reverse and she's not taking a whole lot of responsibility. And she's not showing a changed behavior coming in. But it's up to you whether or not you want to stay in it. So, let's see what happens. Next thing will be, you're going to hear from her. Somehow there's communication coming in. All right, did I answer for everyone? I did, Mel. I did that super chat. I did. Oh, not in a bad way? No, I don't think it's in a bad way. The thing is that it's just similar to like she could come in and communication could start, but then the same thing could happen again. And you may get to a point where you're like, I'm tired of this. Like now, what was once unpredictable has now become predictable. And it's kind of starting to lose its, lose its charm. All right, I'm going to wrap it up now and I will be back on tonight. I'm going to try to get back on tonight around, I'm going to try to get on by 8:30 because I want to try to get to bed early because, I'm an asshole and I stay up late. Anyhow, I'll be back on a little later. Thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.